Oh no! No! Ah! No! 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 Ooh. Ah. Oh no!
This is disturbingly dangerous. How can Toad see the road when his eyes are most likely being obscured by the steering wheel?
Asks how Toad can see the road while showing how Toad can see the road.
Didn't Polterpup have pupils at the end of Dark Moon? Is that just not a thing anymore?
I'm sure all of you have noticed a pattern, given that this is like the 10th video I've made in this series. Whenever a game is really good, Charriii often resorts to nitpicking rather than going with actual flaws, however few they may be. The problem with this is that the nitpicks are highly insignificant and not even remotely funny.
Haha, the princess's van needs to pack like 40 different suitcases, but how long were they staying here that they felt she needed to pack 40 different suitcases?
Wait, so you understand that this is purely for jokes, and yet you still feel the need to pretend like you don't? And you call yourself a comedian.
My apologies for the inconvenience, but the elevator is temporarily out of service. We should have it in tip-top shape soon.
So, not only is it kinda weird that the regular ghosts can talk, but shouldn't Luigi and friends find it strange that the hotel staff is talking but their lips aren't moving?
Bitch, please. They've been to space. Nothing is weird to them anymore.
Welcome, guests, to the last resort. Are you ready to check in?
Naming your hotel the last resort is a cute idea, but it's the worst business decision ever.
That's the joke.
You suck, McBain!
You know, I just realized, if the plan is to trap everyone in paintings, why not just do it now while we're in the elevator? You have them all in one place where nobody can escape or really do anything about a bunch of ghosts. Why wait?
Because A, ghosts don't operate during the daylight. B, the plan is to make them feel safe and trap them when their guard is down, so trapping them right away wouldn't be nearly as effective. And C, given how massive King Boo is in this game, there's no way he and his paintings could fit in the elevator along with everyone else.
Are Luigi's shirt and overalls just a one-piece suit? Is the shirt sewn into the overalls?
Or Luigi simply tucked his shirt into his overalls for more storage, Mr. Nitpicker.
Did Mario have a pizza party and not invite Luigi, or is all this pizza for Mario himself? Cause in one, he's an asshole, in the other, god damn dude, that's 3 pizzas!
Well, if it was the former, Luigi fell asleep right away, so Mario probably didn't want to disturb him. And if it was the latter, given how many times people joke about Mario's diet, I'd say the dude can handle it.
Got an invitation from someone claiming to own this hotel. They said they had a precious collection of ghosts gathered from all over the world. No self-respecting ghost researcher would pass up on such an appealing offer, obviously. I accepted their invitation, but when I arrived, the invitation was only a ruse. They captured me and took my precious ghost collection.
Wait, what ghost collection? It's not the portrait ghost from the first game. Did you capture more ghosts since then? I thought you were, and I quote, too old for this ghost-catching tomfoolery.
Sometimes when someone loves what they do, it's pretty hard for them to stop.
That includes all those ghosts you'd worked so hard to catch for me before.
No? Aside from the booze, I don't recognize any of the ghosts in this hotel.
Charriii answers himself cliché.
And King Boo! Losing him really got under my skin. He's my favorite.
Oh, he's your favorite? Then why'd you sell him in a f***ing garage sale?
He's his favorite in the new collection. Besides, that's a thing for Dark Moon, not Luigi's Mansion 3, which, by the way, you did in that video.
You know, I think that's the only time we ever do that in this game. Like, thank goodness we don't have to keep coming back to the lab, but what's the point of unloading the poltergust now if we never do it again?
It's mostly for the sake of filling the collection. Plus, whenever you do come back to the lab for whatever reason, you are given the option to unload the poltergust and fill the collection. It's not required, but it is an option.
To help you out, I'll give you one of my greatest inventions yet. I call it the Virtual Boo, VB for short.
Got it.
It's a state-of-the-art virtual reality device fitted with a fancy red screen. Really cutting-edge stuff. And red is all the rage, you know? Just wait until I finish the marketing materials on this. It'll fly off the shelves.
How do you go from a Game Boy Color to a DS to a Virtual Boy? Isn't that like 3 steps back? Hell, even the Game Boy Horror could display color in 3D images. Why would you make something that's worse than what came before it?
Pretty sure Nintendo did that just to roast the Virtual Boy. And while I don't think it was a terrible console, it's still not a good one.
Wait, you can do that? How is it that in this world where 2 plumbers stay at a haunted hotel with a princess and 3 of her fun guys, this is the part I find hard to believe?
I'll tell you how, because you never learned to suspend your disbelief. Also, while I do like the pun you made, it's still hypocritical of you to shamelessly make puns, yet at the same time sin games for doing so.
The latest invention from the brilliant mind of Professor Gadd. I give you Gooigi. The development process was a real challenge, to say the least. Fortunately, I had a little help from someone to test the prototype.
Yeah, so there's a small addition to the 3DS remake of the first Luigi's Mansion where during the events of Dark Moon, Gadd sends Gooigi back into the past to test him out, and while Gooigi is an interesting invention, I feel like we're really overlooking the fact that Gadd figured out time travel!
Mario and Luigi, partners in time, would like to have a word with you.
What breed of dog is polterpup? I'm still conducting research, but so far I'm guessing something like a silver retriever.
Then why didn't you call him Polter Retriever? It was right there!
1. Gadd had no idea what Polterpup was when he found him in Dark Moon. 2. Polterpup is a great name, don't at me. And 3, and most importantly, it's a joke! How in the flippin' hell do you not understand that? And no, I'm not going to explain it to you because
If you have to explain a joke, there is no joke!
What kind of makeup does Helen Gravely use as a frequently asked question?
she has her fans.
Why does Luigi get surprised every time this happens? He knows the button is gonna go in automatically.
Even the first time? Because I'm pretty sure the first time a button flies out of your hand would be a surprise to anyone.
I did it! Ow! Oh, no.
God damn it, Luigi. It was funny the first time, but now you just look like an idiot.
Charriii5’s characterization cliche.
Just this once, I'm giving away a free gold bone. Go on, Luigi. Just select the gold bone to claim it.
Oh, sure. When Gadd says it, Luigi gets a free revive. When I say it, my girlfriend kicks me out of the shower. Didn't see her for 3 days when her friend Steve said it, though.
A boner joke and a cringe ex-girlfriend joke? That's worth double.
It looks like you've stumbled across a boo already. That's a sign that indicates that there's a boo nearby. Let me explain it in more detail. Where are those note cards? You see, Gooigi's body is made of a material I've dubbed goo. Goo reacts to a frequency emitted by boos, so if there's a boo hiding nearby, the goo will vibrate to indicate this. The closer you get to a boo's location, the stronger the vibration will be. You'll definitely be able to tell if you get close. Did that all make sense, Luigi? A strong vibration means a boo is nearby.
Why overcomplicate things? The boo radar from the first game worked perfectly. Why change the way we find the boos?
Just because something works doesn't mean that it cannot be improved.
I get that the poltergust might be heavy, but can't Luigi just, I don't know, climb onto the stage? If he can carry it on his back and climb ladders with it, I don't see why hopping on the stage would be an issue.
It's actually due to 2 things. The poltergust is too heavy, like you said, and the fact that the ghosts are currently pelting him with chairs.
You know, Polterpup does some pretty useful things in this game, so why wouldn't we just keep him around?
You try keeping track of a dog that can go through any wall it chooses.
Why are the ghosts in the audience cutouts? It's not like there aren't ghosts in the hotel that could have been there.
Nobody cares!
Damn it, Luigi, you can't even blame anyone but yourself on that one! Why don't you just put the button away?
Charriii5’s characterization cliche.
Okay, you can say that Nintendo games are all light, happy, and fun, but Luigi's Mansion 3 is the game where Luigi uses a chainsaw to defeat one of the ghosts.
1. Nintendo games are not all light, happy, and fun. After all, we have Zelda, Metroid, Fire Emblem, Star Fox, and nearly every Mario RPG. And 2. All Luigi does with the chainsaw is cut some vines. Now, if you were doing something like this, you would have a point, but he's not.
If Luigi can climb this plant, that means that either the poltergust is not that heavy and thus Luigi should be able to jump no problem, or that is one sturdy-ass f***ing plant.
Well, given that Luigi's jump is a burst of air from the poltergust and not Luigi using his legs, I'm going with sturdy-ass plant.
Ah, my bright red megaphone, where art thou? I would give anything to be able to hold my dear, sweet megaphone again.
Morty's the director ghost, right? The master of all he surveys when it comes to this floor? He can fly and go through walls. How does he not know that the red megaphone is on one of his own sets?
The man is grieving right now. Grief blinds people, though given how you treated Luca in The Wonderful 101, I shouldn't expect you to understand.
Luigi's Mansion 3 rips off all the movies.
It's almost like this is a movie studio or something.
And also, maybe it's because I just did a Resident Evil marathon where I played Resident Evil 2 like a gazillion times between both the original and the remake, but you ever notice how this game is just Resident Evil 2? Like, there's a part where a city's on fire, a part where you're in a garage, a helicopter that needs to be brought down so you can collect something, a brief moment where you're on a bus, undead dogs, crows, giant spiders, a part where the main character falls down a chute, a moment where you're inside a cop's room, which has a typewriter in it, by the way, keys shaped like a heart, a diamond, a club, and a spade, a library, a scene where someone's locked up, a sewer area, a part where you fight an aquatic animal that requires the player to put an explosive in its mouth, a room with a painting over a fireplace, a gigantic plant monster in an area where a character falls from a great height in order to reobtain an item that's important to them, and a final boss that has a time limit. Huh.
You know, I'm impressed with all the connections you've made. Kudos to you for figuring all that out. That being said, there are still several holes in your connections. First of all, the city wasn't on fire in RE2, only the surrounding cars were. Second, the undead dogs, crows, and giant spiders are stretches since A, Polterpup is a ghost and not a zombie, B, crows have been around since the original game, and C, Dark Moon had a giant spider as well. And third, while the other connections you made were solid, there's nothing inherently wrong with borrowing elements from other games as long as they're A, given their own flair, and B, done well. And given how well received this game was, I'd say they excelled in both.
Run! It's Godzilla!
It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not.
Still, we should run like it is Godzilla!
Though it isn't.
Okay, I laughed.
The fact that you get an achievement for this is straight up evil. Morty wasn't hurting nobody.
Then why'd you capture him in the first place?
Did you lose track of Polterkitty, Luigi?
Are you serious? Polterkitty? That's somehow less creative than Polterpup. Poltergeist, Spookitty, Phantom Meow, Paranormal Captivity, Meow Purgisnach. Okay, admittedly that last one's reaching a little bit, but fucking Scaredy Cat! Amateurs, the lot of you!
While I do agree that Polterkitty isn't the best name, it's still better than your choices, which are just bad puns all around. Plus, who wants to say Paranormal Captivity over and over again? And how the heck did you come up with this?
Okay, so I'd like to point something out. When Luigi uses the pixelator to go back to the lab, he appears through another one, and since he can only go back through the same pixelator he used into the floor he was just on, it's safe to assume the pixelator doesn't travel with Luigi. If that's the case, wouldn't it be quicker and safer to send the Toadsie rescues through the pixelator instead of walking them all the way to the elevator, risking them getting captured again?
Maybe, but aside from one boo, which doesn't serve any plot significance, kinda like the others, there aren't any ghosts in the garage. Granted, there are moments where Luigi does get ambushed in the elevator, but that only happens when he's going up, not when he's going down.
You've gotten yourself into a real mess there, Luigi. Good news, though. The Poltergust G00 has been tested in depths up to... I forget. Really deep. What's important is it's waterproof. But because that ghost used the switch to control the water levels, your path is blocked. I think you could walk along the sewer waterway and reach the switch. Give it a try.
Or, and hear me out, I could just swim over there! We've already established that the poltergust isn't very heavy, not to mention we've seen Luigi be able to hold his breath underwater, so why can't we just swim to the other side?
Excuse me? You attempted to establish that the poltergust isn't heavy. I debunked that notion. With that knowledge, if he did try it, he'd just sink and drown.
This fight! If Clem doesn't get you, then the spikes will, and if the spikes don't get you, then the bombs will, and if that doesn't get you, all three of them will!
As someone who's fought this boss before, get good.
Suddenly Resident Evil 4. Suddenly Super Mario Odyssey. What is this, Toad have a GoPro on its head? This game rips off all the Resident Evil.
Charriii makes 3 video game references that aren't sins of the game cliche.
Suddenly Splatoon.
Make that 4.
I'm gonna go higher. I'm pissing on the moon!
The meme is dead and it should feel dead.
King Boo, there was just a tiny slip-up. But it's no problem. Not at all. We'll have Luigi locked away soon. If I could just have a little bit more time.
This sort of goes for any villain ever, but if they want to put Luigi in a painting, why don't they just take Luigi on themselves right now? It's not like they're doing anything else at the moment.
Because that's a stupid idea. As much as King Boo doesn't want to admit it, he knows that Luigi is capable of taking him down. So he's going to throw everyone else at him until there's no one left.
Why would a ghost need to shower? And wow, we're batting 3 for 3 on that one, huh?
If I had covered the other Luigi's Mansion videos you've made before this, I would have given you 3 sins for still not understanding that logic doesn't apply here. But since I haven't, I'll just give you 1.
Get it? Okay.
Charrii's a massive hypocrite.
Sup, dude? The name's Boozician. Got a minute to listen to my demo tape?
Oh, I bet it's fire. Yeah, we all know someone like this guy.
I don't know someone like that. Do any of you know someone like that? If so, let me know in the comments.
Okay, you knew what you were doing.
Still with the Resident Evil references? This is a quadruple sin at this point.
You weren't supposed to run away from King Boo like a filthy coward! If you just let yourself get caught in that painting, King Boo would have showered me with praise for my brilliant trap!
Well, maybe instead of monologuing and chasing me like a goober, he could have used his crown laser to turn me into a painting instantly. He has no one to blame but himself.
Charriii sins characterization cliche. Some of you may argue that Charriii has a point, but here's the thing. King Boo had all of Luigi's friends trapped, and Luigi had no poltergust or immediate means of escape. His cockiness is understandable.
Wait. It's weird enough that the makeup changes her hairstyle, but how does it change her bust size, too?
Forget being unable to suspend your disbelief, that's straight up disgusting. You know, if you had missed one of his sins, this would have been sin 69. Go f*** yourself.
Let's go. Yep.
Oh, Mario, you extra bitch. Also, I would like to point out that there's no reason Luigi can't do this too.
You know what? Just to hammer in the fact that sinning the same thing more than once is a bad thing, I'm tripling this triple sin.
Holy shit, Mario, you sound like she got killed. Chill out. You know Luigi can save her.
Well, excuse me for being worried about the woman I love. You mean to tell me if your girlfriend was trapped in a painting, you wouldn't be worried at all? What am I saying? She dumped you. Of course you wouldn't care.
You're all Anyway, just because you vacuumed up all those ghosts doesn't mean you can take me on. It doesn't matter that you beat the hotel owner. Helen Gravely. Ooh, she let all your friends get away. It's so frustrating when you trap something in a painting and it gets out, you know.
Oh, trust me, I know. This is Luigi's Mansion 3, after all.
The game is poking fun at itself and the previous games. Why can't a game do that?
How long did the hotel take to rebuild? Because they got construction materials and bulldozers, cement trucks. They had to have rented those from somewhere, so did they just sleep on the bus until they built enough of the hotel to stay in?
You might as well throw that question in the trash because it's the end of the game and no one cares.
Okay, how did this even happen? That doesn't look like an accident. That looks like Luigi purposefully put his hand underneath the nail and started hammering.
Or he pushed his hand a bit too hard against the nail. I'm surprised he forgot how malleable Gooigi is. Hey everyone, Tony Sonic here. Thanks for watching the video, and as always, I hope you enjoyed the show. You know, I don't think anyone was expecting Luigi's Mansion to get a third entry after the year of Luigi in 2013. But to be honest, I welcome it, and I think it just might be the best of the bunch. I mean, yeah, it's more comedy focused rather than actually scary, which is what the original Luigi's Mansion strove to be, and what made people love it so much, but come on, in terms of everything else, it exceeds the other two so much. I mean, except for the minigames, of course, but then again, no one really plays Luigi's Mansion for the minigames. In any case, thanks for watching, you know the drill, and I'll see you all.
Hey, TS.
What do you want, DT? I'm trying to record an outro.
Whoa, easy there. I'm sorry, I found a job opportunity for you, just wanted to tell you that. It's, at a pizzeria.
Go on.
As a night guard. Oh, and the pizzeria has animatronics as well.
Oh, hell!